Hey guys, welcome on in to another episode of the Bet Zone, hosted obviously by me, Terry Edelman at TE Picks, here to break down some of my favorite NFL plays of the week. A little bit lower volume for me this week. I'm really focusing in on just a few games, but I've got some big plays, 2.2 unit play, and two full unit plays that I'm giving out here on the show. So, uh, a lot of plays I really not a lot of plays, but there are plays I really like this week in the NFL slate. But first, we'll quickly take a look back at the show last week. Unfortunately, it was a bit of a rough week in the NFL. One of the few rough weeks I've had. Chris Godwin, anytime touchdown. Unfortunately, his touchdown streak came to an end. Minnesota Vikings, a 2 unit play for me last week on the money line as a dog, cashed. Vikings moved to 4-0. Justin Jefferson, anytime touchdown, 4 games in a row with a touchdown for Jefferson. He continues to find the end zone for the Vikings. Aaron Jones, anytime touchdown in his revenge game against Green Bay did not happen. He had so many opportunities. But of course, the Packers knew that was coming, especially there at the end of the game. And they just focused on shutting him down and prevented him from getting in the end zone. Khalil Shakir over 46.5 receiving yards cashed. He had a good receiving game. Buffalo Bills team total did not cash. And I had more plays on Buffalo as well as premium plays. The Bills, the previous 3 weeks, they looked really, really good. But when you look at the opponents that they face, they were really, really bad. So, Buffalo, when facing a good team, in Baltimore, who's actually really struggled so far this season. Uh, we kind of saw the real Buffalo Bills, and they really struggled. So overall, bit a losing week last week, but ready to turn the page here into this week, and we are going to start with the London game at 9:30 in the morning, and going right back to him. Justin Jefferson, anytime touchdown here, plus 105 at Bet365 for a full unit. Justin Jefferson has a touchdown in all 4 games this year. He has been the guy for the Minnesota Vikings. And you guys know I ride streaks. I've been on Jefferson the last 3 weeks. I'm not jumping off now. So we'll take him here again to see if he can find the end zone for the 5th consecutive week. Justin Jefferson, anytime touchdown, plus 105. And yes, I'm going right back to the Vikings, and it's another 2.2 unit play here on the Vikings minus 2.5. This Vikings team, and yes, I'm a Vikings fan, but if you just watch this Vikings team, they've been so dominant. They've been so, and yes, Green Bay did battle back in the second half of last week's game. The Vikings only ended up winning by 2, obviously being a dog in that game. But I think that's actually a great thing that Green Bay did attempt that comeback, because the Vikings still won the game. They still got the win, but they also got to review the tape on that, and they had a little bit of adversity, and it was not just easy win after easy win. They had to fight for that one, and they obviously won it and got the job done. Now they're going to London here to face off against the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers is going to play. He's off the injury list, but he was dealing with an injury in practice this week. Obviously, um, the Jets have had a really rough go so far. They do have 2 wins um, on the season. Let me bring it up here. I don't have it ready here on the screen. Um, the Jets have 2 wins here. New England and Tennessee are the 2 teams they beat, who are a combined 1-6 on the season. The Jets obviously lost against Denver last week. So the Jets have had really, really easy opponents, and they're 2-2 in the season. The Vikings, meanwhile, yeah, the Giants, okay. But Houston, San Francisco, and last week, the Green Bay Packers. I like the Vikings to get the job done here. Am I going to bet on the Vikings every week? No. Eventually, they're going to lose a game. But this Vikings team has been so dominant. And while the books continue to price them the way they are, I'm going to continue to take the Vikings. Also, the Vikings have a bye week next week before going to face Detroit. So look for the Vikings to kind of leave it all out in the field here against the Jets with the bye week coming shortly. Maybe Vikings get a pick six. Maybe. Jets beat the mighty Patriots. Yeah, yeah. That says all you need to know. That says all that you need to know. But don't worry, giving you two plays so far. They're both in the Vikings game. I know, but I do have more plays. Don't worry. We're going to move on to the next game, which is Cleveland and Washington. And Jaden Daniels has just been fantastic for this Washington Commanders team. Has them at a 3-1 record so far this season. He's got the job done with his arm, but he's really got the job done with his legs. He's got a rushing touchdown in 3 of the 4 games so far this season. He's just really played well. And you can get him plus 140 for a touchdown here against the Cleveland Browns, who the Jets are really struggling, but so are the Cleveland Browns. Um, they've lost back-to-back weeks against the New York Giants and against the Las Vegas Raiders. They're 1-3 in the season. Their one win was against Jacksonville, who everybody is beating this season. The Jaguars 0-4, but that was the Browns' only win. And this Washington Commanders team is coming in here feeling really good about themselves. There is question marks with Robinson, the running back, if he's going to play in this game or not. If he doesn't play, that makes me kind of actually like this play even more because I think we'll see Jaden Daniels rush even more without Robinson in the lineup. So I like Jaden Daniels anytime touchdown here, plus 140 to run into the end zone. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Well, it's not the Tom Brady New England Patriots, Isaacs. Your Patriots are in a rebuild. So beating the Patriots is nothing to get excited about. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But we're going to move on to the next game. And here's another. Normally, I've been doing props at half units. I really have. I made an exception with Jefferson earlier here on the show. And I'm going to make another exception here with Nico Collins. What can be said about Nico Collins? Even dealing with injuries last week and still 2 injuries he was dealing with, still came in and still got over 100 receiving yards. The guy has been an absolute monster for this Houston Texans team. He's at least 86 receiving yards in all 4 games, and he's got at least 117 receiving yards in 3 of his 4 games that he's played. Coming in here to face this Buffalo Bills defense, which got exposed last week against Baltimore. I like Nico Collins over 80.5 receiving yards. And really, if you wanted to go a little bit higher than 80.5, I wouldn't talk you off going up to 100. He's been good for at least 113 yards in 3 of his 4 games, and he's hit 86 in all 4 games this season. Final play here on the show that I'm giving out. I know smaller amount of plays here for me this week. Stephon Diggs over 55.5 receiving yards, minus 110 on this one here. Stephon Diggs, when he faced his former team in Minnesota, he had 94 receiving yards, 69 receiving yards last week. The first couple weeks of the season were a little bit of feeling out process, but Stroud and Diggs are starting to connect here over the last couple weeks. 94 receiving yards, 69 receiving yards last week, and now he's facing the team that he just got traded away from. in the Buffalo Bills. So give me Stephon Diggs over 55.5 receiving yards here in this one. It's so disgusting. Yeah, it's disgusting. Yeah, there's a lot of games that are just pass, 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 pass. I don't like anything past 1 p.m. I don't like anything in the afternoon slate. I don't like the night game. I really, really focusing in on the early games. So, before we recap, all my premium plays at CapperTech, TerryEdelmanPicks.CapperTech.com. 1 day pass, $10. You get all access pass, MLB playoffs, NHL around the corner, NFL plays. There are ones that I didn't give out on the show here that are available. CFL plays. There's really everything over. Go and get my pass. 1 day pass, $10. Justin Jefferson, anytime touchdown, plus 105, 1 unit play. Minnesota Vikings, minus 2.5, 2.2 unit play. Jane Daniels, anytime touchdown, half unit play. Nico Collins, over 80.5 receiving yards, 1.2 unit play. And Stephon Diggs, over 55.5 receiving yards, minus 110, 0.6 unit play. Also, there's a plus 300 anytime touchdown I really like. That is one of my premium plays, and you can go get it. TerryEdelmanPicks.CapperTech.com. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. I am going to be having my World Series pick video coming out shortly, and I'm actually giving two out because I'm actually betting two different teams to win the World Series, one in each league, hoping that they face each other, and I can have some guaranteed profit. So stay tuned to that video, which will be coming out, and then I should have the NHL video hopefully tonight for tomorrow's early game. So more videos coming here on the channel tonight. So stay tuned. Good luck, like and subscribe. Thank you, Isaacs. Much appreciated, man. Oh, Terry loves the Mets and Yankees to win. LOL. Just kidding. I'm not going to give it away. I'm not going to give out my World Series plays. You guys are going to have to go and watch that video, which will be coming out soon. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you on the next show. Thanks, guys.